All right, welcome back everyone. Sorry about the audio in the last segment. My mic battery went out. I use these wireless mics, less cords around the table, and the battery went out. So I hope the overdubbing wasn't too bad, and you got the drift of where we are. Because we're in the, get it? We're in the drift system. Okay, bad jokes aside, unintentional puns aside, let's carry on with the game. Reoriented the map a little bit, hopefully can get a better zoom and crop as we go. So it's my turn, and in this turn I think there's a couple things. I'd like to end my turn on a planet so I can upgrade my ship or at least purchase another engine. I've been debating whether or not to actually upgrade my ship, but we can discuss that more once I get to a planet and we kind of see where the game's at. But at very least I want to get another engine so I can be getting 4 engine activations a turn, because I think the main thing I want to be doing this game is exploring. And with the Enforcer as a big game hunter, I don't have to worry about him coming after me. If I stay legal, he would never come after me, but I also don't have to worry about him coming after the scoundrel and accelerating the NPC's fame gain that way. So really the only thing I have to be concerned about is the scoundrel. And he's going to move 9 every turn. He's a usual suspect, so he moves to target. If he's in range, if he's adjacent to me, he attacks me. If he's not, he moves again. So if I can just stay 9 spaces ahead, at least 10 spaces ahead, I'm never going to have to use shields. I'm never going to have to fight or anything. So my goal is to be a little strategic with my movement and just try to outrun everything. And so we'll see how I can do that. So this turn, my goal is to end up on a planet. And I could go off and explore and hopefully turn up one, kind of take a roll of the dice there. Or I can try to aim towards Kemplar. Neo-Damascus is too close for where the scoundrel is, so he would be able to catch up to me and attack me. But there are places on Kemplar that are 10 or more spaces, so that's kind of where I want to end up. And the other thing I'd like to do is try to collect some exploration tokens as well. So, in that vein, I want to end my turn on Kemplar, so I need to, if I go directly here, I'm going to waste a lot of movement. So I think I need to get off Farron's Call, so we'll see what happens there, but I'm kind of anticipating kind of coming up this way, maybe grabbing this one, seeing what's up in that, in this zone here, and kind of coming back down, maybe grabbing the nebula exploration, maybe the outpost, depending on my damage at that point, and then also hopefully the one here on Kemplar. So, first off, oh, and the other thing I intend to do this game is turn in my assist mission here for the Enforcer. He's my target. So I have 5,000 credits now. When I turn in that assist mission, I'll get 3,000 more. That'll be enough to heal some damage. If I want to upgrade a ship, if I want to buy another engine, I've got some room to play there. So first off, let's do an engine activation. We're rolling 6 plus 2, max of 6. See if we can get out of Farron's Call. Big roll, all right, 6. Max movement. So I think I want to come here and give myself the best chance of not getting put into the inner loop again. So I'm going to move 1, 2 through the scoundrel. So now I've got, started with 6 movement, now I've got 4. And now since I've entered the purple orbit, I need to roll D12 for movement, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can continue with my 4 forced movement, and I think I will. I think I'll explore up here. And remember, with my reckless title, once per turn when blind jumping, I can gain 5 movements. So that's going to definitely help me make it all the way here to Kemplar. So I have 4 movement, 3, and we are going to blind jump. Ooh, there's a planet. Lunari. Well, that's maybe. Let's see. I'm thinking it might be too close to the scoundrel to, but if I orient it correctly, he will want to come all the way around it. So, okay. Well, but if I orient it suchly, I will crash through the planetary shields. Because I'm jumping onto this space. Well, let me just change that. I've used one. Now I've got 2 once I move here. So let's move 2 right onto that space. All right, so we've got 2 movement left. I guess the question is, and I'm also going to take my +5 movement here for reckless. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would get me all the way in there, and then I'd get 2 engines and my impulse, hopefully to get back to Kemplar. That's not going to cut it. Not going to make it. Now the other, see, I want to be as efficient with my movement as possible. So if I leave this area, most likely I'm not going to come back to this area of the game. I could give up landing on a planet. There's nothing particularly wrong with my ship. I'm going to lose my GTS next turn to ice damage, but I could limp along. I could land back on a planet, probably okay. So the main thing is to stay out of range of this scoundrel. Yeah, let's come in here. We use all 7 of these movement. Come all the way in here to Lunari. We'll grab a carbon. And this comes from the supply, not from the economy board. So, do any planets sell buy carbon? No, not yet. We don't have that planet. Okay, well, let's do our second engine activation. So I'm probably going to be coming off this way. Sorry, I just noticed I'm off the screen. There we go. So second engine activation, 3 + 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to blind jump here. The keep. All right, let's go that way. 5. All right, so 1 more engine and a impulse. So I think what I wanted, I'll probably end up somewhere over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, so maybe I can actually use these asteroids to my advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I should be safe There's some safe spots here. Okay, so I've used all my movement. We'll do our last engine. And I'm gonna try to grab that. Okay, 4, so 6 movement. I'm gonna take my chances and come on to that debris field. In the debris field, you roll, and there's a possibility of instant death. So if I roll a 1 to a 3, I am dead, otherwise no damage. So I've got 6 movement, 1, 2. So not a 1 or a 3, 2 or 3, 8. Okay, we are safe. Collect this token, which is an energy. All right, that's good. Helpful. So we've used 2 movement, we're down to 4. Let's keep on trucking. So 1, and we will blind jump into here. And we jumped onto Zia. Okay. Well, that means we're dead. That's the one tile that we couldn't turn up, and we did. Okay, so we are dead. We drop our cargo, rearm our markers, kind of just have a total reset here. We lose our mission, unfortunately. That was kind of a not insignificant part of my strategy. Since I'm doing all this exploration, I'm not actually getting much money, but so we lose our ice damage. I would hope, flying into the sun would do that. And that's it. So at the beginning of our next turn, we're going to respawn in a random spawn point. And now let's move on to the NPCs. So the NPCs, system expanse first, and it's going to be here because it's bordered by 3 spaces, the only one. And we'll match this circle. Speedier gate. Oh, that's helpful. Because another way I can win the goal for this Master Explorer is by fame points from gates. So that could, if I turn up the other gate, that could be handy. All right, and now we do the NPC turns. So first off, the investor. So the merchant is going to move, and let's see if Lunari changed its route. So it's on Kemplar, and it's moving to, nope, heading back to Neo-Damascus. So it's going to move 15, which will get it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it rolls, to see how many credits it gains. 4,000 credits, so that takes it to 7,000, and then it will pay 5,000 for a fame point. Next up, the scoundrel. Well, I don't exist anywhere currently. So it just doesn't move, and the enforcer doesn't move. So we now roll for fame, and so the NPC is going to get +2 because it's behind by 1. Well, actually, I guess there's some question of when I get fame for my exploration tokens. I mean, it happens during your status phase, but dying, I guess, had me skip over the status phase. Well, I guess we'll play that I haven't gained that fame point yet. So the NPCs get +2 because they're behind by 1, and then it gets +2 for each of these cubes. So +4, so +6. Do its roll. 14 is 20, so it gets 2 fame points. And takes the lead temporarily. I have another fame point queued up for me there. That's the end of the round. So the NPC lands on this tidal space, so we go up and turn up Deep Space Specialist. Complete 2 or more missions in 1 turn. Okay. Won't be accomplishing that because you would need the M comp to even carry more than 2 missions in at one time. Okay, so now it's our next turn, and we respawn with 1 damage. So let's go ahead and get that. And we'll put it. Well, we'll put it here actually. And we roll and we go to the closest spawn point. 14. So is there a 14? There's 16, 12, 8. Tie. Oh, this is. We go back back into the keep. That's maybe the worst place we could have respawned, because Zia is blocking our route this way, and we've already gathered all the tokens we want out there. Did I do that right? Let me just make sure. Yep, the closest 2 are 12 and 16, and if you're tied, you go to the higher number. Well, crap. Okay, well, what are we gonna do? I guess what I could do is just keep exploring. And now that 1 gate's turned up, I could hope for a 2nd gate to transport myself back to the other side of the galaxy, get a lot of space between me and the scoundrel, and then open up more fame points. We got exploration tokens to collect. So I think that's kind of what we need to do, because navigating back through here is going to take up my whole turn as it stands. And I don't think Lunari's safe from in terms of ending my turn on the planet, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it is safe. I could go into one of the back spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I could go into one of the back spaces of Lunari, be safe from the scoundrel, and upgrade my ship there. Well, let's go ahead and just jump off here. Now that we've revealed Zia, we don't have to worry about blind jumping into a star. I think that's the only tile where the whole tile is danger. So we'll go ahead and activate our engine, and we're going to fly off in that, fly off in that direction and see what we find. 5 plus 2, 7, so we get our max move of 6. And we go 1, 2, and we'll jump in the same direction forward. Pelmont. Okay, another debris field. I can handle that. Let's see. I want to land close to exploration. Yeah, so let's head there. So we've got 3 movement left. And yeah, we'll take a roll of the dice. Who knows, maybe we're going to die again and move on to that space. So anything but a 1 to a 3, 6. All right. So now we're down to 2 movement. We collect Captain in Need mission. So we reveal the top and we ignore everything but the deliver to location. So the ruins of Drelmoth, which is not revealed. Yeah, so if I complete the Captain in Need mission, it's worth 1,000 credits and a fame point. I'm not quite there yet. I do need to be careful about how many fame points I get from other means, because I need to get to win to complete the goal. I need to get 7 from exploration tokens or gates. So I can't just go completing missions willy-nilly. Okay, so we've got 2 movement left, and I think we'll come right here. So 1, 2, we'll do another blind jump, and awesome. We turn up another gate, so my plan may work. I think we'll put it like this. The Samara gate. Great. Well, no, we'll put it like this. All right. Okay, well that was a very productive engine activation. We still have 2 more engines, our impulse, and also when I blind jump again, I can get 5 movement. So I think I'd like to explore these 2 spots this turn, and I should be able to do that. And then I don't even need to take the gates now. I think in terms of avoiding the scoundrel, I'm more than 9 spaces away now. I can get him all the way over here, and then I can jump all the way here, and he will spend 2 or 3 turns catching up. So yeah, so that's my plan, to kind of see what's going on here, maybe pick up a couple more, hopefully, exploration tokens before the end of the turn. So let's activate our engines and roll 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. And come down 1, 2, 3, and blind jump. And reveal Doravin. All right. Well, that's handy. There's my planet. I can do some upgrading, etc. here on this planet. So I've got 3, I've used 3, I've got 1 movement left. I could drop myself right onto the exploration token and grab it. So I suppose I need to decide now. Now's the time to decide how important it is to upgrade my ship. So the available tier 2 ships none of their abilities, I mean, the main one to get would be the skimmer of the tier 2 ships. And what I would want to use is the micro jump ability. So as a minor action, I can spend 2 energy to move into an asteroid, ice asteroid or debris space, and so I'm not rolling for damage or death. So that sounds great. The problem is gonna be energy. So even with the skimmer ship, which what has 10 energy, if I'm using 4 engine activations, that's 4, and then if I want to be using this ability, that's 6 energy per turn. That's a lot. So I'm going to have to be ending on planets to refresh my energy, which I don't particularly like. So I can't do what I was hoping to do, which was buy a new ship, but laterally. So rather than a tier 2 ship, I was going to get another tier 1 and do the puddle jumper. That's against the rules. You got to upgrade into the next tier. And I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not enthusiastic about that. So I think what I'm going to do instead is on the planets, when I end up on a planet, I'm just going to buy a second engine and keep floating around the galaxy with my vagabond ship. So the question, come back to the question of how do I place a Doravin, because I could do that this turn if I decide to end on the Doravin. So I do want to get exploration tokens, and this is an easy one. I mean, I don't have to, I'm not rolling for damage, I'm not risking anything by doing that. So even though it does put the entrance to the planet opposite me, if it means I have to get around it, we'll land there, we'll collect a exploration token. Oh, we get 5 movement. All right, and we hadn't used our reckless yet, so we get another 5 movement there. Well, this is going to come out all right. So I do want to do, I guess I will do another exploration. Boy, this map is getting a little out of control here. So let me make some space, because I'll come down here and explore into this spot. So I've got 1 movement left for my engines. Let's move there. Actually, yeah, no, that's... yeah, I can't reorient that because I know what that exploration token was going to be. I was going to twist it a little bit so the entrance of the planet wasn't directly opposite the gate, which is where I want to go eventually. But since I know about the movement, I can't do that. Well, let's use this 5 movement, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We'll blind jump here. Burning Horse Nebula. Okay. So let's actually plan to jump into the nebula, I think, because I want to grab that. So we did 1, 2, 3, here's 4, so we have 1 movement left from our exploration token. We have to roll for entrance of the nebula. So 1 to 10 we lose energy, 11 to 10 we're okay. 14, all right, we are safe. And then we have 1 energy left, so we'll then move onto this exploration token and we'll collect, ooh, an ice damage. All right, well, we are going to end up on a planet next turn, so that is not a problem. Okay, well we still have one engine activation, and if I blind jump, I can get +5 movement with reckless. So I think we will take advantage of that and head over here. Boy, I'm using up my entire massive board game table. So we'll go ahead and activate. And in case you're, so just a point on last turn, I felt comfortable jumping into the nebula because if I had lost all my energy, well, I would still have an engine activation. I could end up on the planet. I also had impulse, which I'm within impulse power of ending up on Dorvin, where I could recharge all my energy. So that's why I took that risk. But we're going to activate our engines, and we're going to head over here. Roll, so roll to 3 plus 2 is 5, and let's go 1. We'll jump here, so 1 off the point. So 1, so we've used 2 movement. Calicus, a dead world. Well, that's very good for us. It has a unprotected exploration token. So, and we're going to use our reckless ability now, I think. So we're going to get 5. So we will have 8 movement remaining to us. And I may as well explore with 8 movement and impulse. I have 11 movement. So let me think about this for a second. So if I'm, oops, if I'm coming here, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm 1, 2, 3, then to get back I need 4. So that means I've got 4 movement to spare. If I move on and off, that's 2 movement to spare. So I'm probably not going to be able to do much on that tile, but could at least see what it is and plan my next turn accordingly. So that's what I'll do. So I've got 8 movement this turn, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. Oop, another ice damage. It's all right. We're going to land back on Dorvin here, so we will be healed up of all that ice damage. Okay, so we've used up all that, but we've got our 5 from Reckless, so we're going to come on to this space. So we've got 4 movement left. Let me use my, damn it, just chucking the dice. 4. We'll reveal, ooh, the chasm. So the chasm is a tricky. So you can see the only way I'm managing to do all this blind jumping is obviously because of Quantum Ripple, the ability of the Vagabond, because blind jumping is not, it's not safe. You know, I could end up on one of these things and get pushed out to the edge of the galaxy. There is an exploration token here if I can somehow manage it. I don't see. I could end my turn if I stay. Another reason to stay a tier 1 ship is if I can end my turn on outlaw planets and still not trigger the enforcer. So that's very helpful. That's very convenient. If I orient it this way, I'm potentially getting pushed off there. If I put it That way, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. There is a safe space. So I have 4 movement left, plus impulse is 7. I could take a chance. Yeah, sure. Why? Let me see. Am I being stupid by doing this? Probably. Probably stupid if I do this. But if I come here and I say, well, let me roll. If I roll 1, 2, 3, or 4, I can then come on to here, grab this token, and then come back here on the other path and here, and then worst comes to worst, I end my turn on the outlaw planet, and that's where I do my upgrading. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. I need to... My way to win is with these exploration tokens, so we're going to move... We have 4 movement left. We're now rolling a d6. So... There, 4 movement. And if I get pushed off the path, I just end up here and I have to turn up another tile. So we'll see. So I'm looking for a 1 through 4. And I rolled a 6. All right. I'm going to have to move this map. Or just move all this stuff. Six. Okay, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just get forced off. I think I treat this just like a blind jump. Let's see where we turn up. Oh, there's another gate. May have saved my ass. Sort of. So it doesn't appear like it really matters how I orient this. There's no token. The Deltas gate. All right, so we are there. We have 4 movement left. I could come back onto this path and try again. So if I, over here, if I get pushed off the path, I've got 4 movement left. So I do 1, 2 here, get pushed off, then I've got 2 more, 1, 2, and I can still impulse onto Doravan. If I don't get pushed off the path, I can travel back, grab this token. Yeah, so let's do it that way. So we'll go 1, 2, so we're down to 2 movement left. We roll again. 1, perfect. Okay, so we get forced 1. We've got 2 movement left, so I guess if I move off the path to grab the token, I can't. Then I would have to roll again to get out of to get onto the planet, or so there's definitely a chance I don't end up on a planet this turn if I choose to grab that token. I'm gonna take the chance. So I'm gonna use 1 movement to grab the token. So it's a hollow cube from the supply. That's 1 movement. I have 1 movement left, so I'm going to move back onto the beginning of the path. We'll roll again. 2. All right. Great. So anything but 6, and I was going to be safe. So we'll go 1, 2, and then flip our impulse and come onto the planet to... and we're moving over the mission space. Do we want to draw missions? I don't know. I don't think missions are going to be the centerpiece of our strategy. So let's not. I don't think it really matters. And 3 will land onto the trade space. Okay. Well, that was a really big turn. We are done now, though, and we move to the business phase. So recharge our energy. We're already at full. But we get to rearm our markers for free. We can repair all the ice damage. Oops. So I could pay 1,000 to repair that 1 damage there. I'm not sure that that will be worth it. Let's have a look at what my options are. So I think I'm not going to buy the shields. I'm hopeful that I can. I don't need that many more XP. So when I cash this in, this is worth 3 more. And then I've already got 1 there. So I've got 4 fame from exploration tokens. I'm going to get 5 from the Samara gate, from using the gates. So I only need 2 more from exploration tokens, and so I only need 3 more exploration tokens. And so I think I could probably avoid doing too much going into the kind of dangerous areas. Like here's one on Loathe, here's one on Vortex, and there's one behind Neo Damascus. So there's my 3, not to mention whatever else I discover. So I'm going to skip the shields and instead grab the upgraded engines like that, and we'll keep our other engines there, and we'll keep our gravitational thrust stabilizers there. So may as well. So that's going to cost us 2,000 for the engines. And yeah, let's spend 1,000 and just clear that damage. So we've got 2,000 credits left. All right, so end of turn. I'm not going to freeze. I will claim some fame though. So I've got 1, 2, 3 fame points, and let's put 3 up. Tokens there. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we are going to turn up a mission. All right, sorry, an event. Yep, and that's our turn. Now I would rearm my markers. I kind of somehow I do that during the business phase. If I'm getting it, I kind of forget that rule. Okay, so let's turn up the event. See what happens. Economic crash. We were so confident. It's kind of very apropos to the current state of the world. All cubes on the economy board are removed and placed into the supply. Oh no. Be sure to place 1,000 credits on any space on the economy board that isn't already in demand. Wow. And so this goes away after removing all cubes from the economy board. Boy. Good thing, I mean, there was no chance I was going to do the merchant goal this game, but man, if I had, this would have been fairly devastating. So every space gets a demand token. I don't expect to be really doing that, but I may as well keep the game state accurate. Okay, so that's the end of my turn, and we move on to the NPCs. So we're doing system expanse, and we we have 2 spots, one here and one up there, with 3 spots, 3 tiles adjacent to it. So I could choose either. I am going to end up that way, I think, because I'm going to plan to use those gates. So I could put it up there. Yeah, so we'll put it up here, and we'll match the square icons. Oh, there's Azure. Well, that's helpful. There's another free exploration spot. Maybe I should have traded my hollow. I think I can do that. I can do that next turn, actually. Maybe I'll trade it into Terra and go claim the credit off the board here when I go in there to get that exploration token. Okay, so on to the NPC turns. So first the merchant, and the merchant is on the, see, Neo-Damascus, so they go to Lunari up here. So they're targeting the cell space on Lunari, and they move 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost didn't make it. All right, so we roll for their credits. 2. Okay, well that gives them 4,000. Merchant has 4,000 credits. 1,000 less than they would need to buy a fame point, so that's good news for us. The scoundrel moves 9 our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it moves again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the enforcer does nothing, because he is a big game hunter. Now we roll for the fame. There are no cubes on the board or credits. So that they do get +4 because they're behind by 2 fame points. So 7 plus 4 is 11, which means they gain a measly 1.